What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. We hope everyone had a great new year, but now it's time to get back into the market. So heading into this week, we have the market very close to all-time highs, and last week we saw this interesting pop back up with a lot of growth companies. So that should be very interesting over the next couple of weeks or so. A lot of stocks are at amazing levels. So in this video, we're going to go over some of the best plays for this week and some other important news to be aware of. With that being said, let us know what stocks you are watching in the comments down below, and we'll probably take a look at them in tomorrow's video. But Tom, let's get right into it.
Yeah, and Mike, last week we had some pretty bad news come out of the airlines. I know earlier in the week, like on Monday and Tuesday, the airlines were exploding to the upside, and they actually had some bad news of flight cancellations come out in the middle of the week. And unfortunately, ever since Christmas Eve, airlines have canceled more than 15,000 U.S. flights, according to CNBC. And it looks like they canceled 4,700 flights this weekend, facing severe weather and staffing shortages from the COVID-19 infections that are going on with Omicron. And apparently on Sunday alone, airlines had to cancel about 1,980 U.S. flights on top of 2,700 flights canceled on New Year's Day, according to FlightAware, which is a flight tracking website. But looking at it, it's just bad to see airlines having these cancellations, Mike. I know they had such good momentum to the upside there for those few days. It looks like American Airlines, Delta Airlines, and the others are starting to slow down. And honestly, with hearing that they've canceled 15,000 flights since Christmas Eve, that's a pretty big number in my opinion.
Yeah, that's huge. And like you said, the airlines were looking pretty good for some time there. I know that they've had a rough 2 years, but they were starting to pop back up over the past couple of days, and they also have earnings coming up. So this news definitely is not a good sign. So it's just really tough for the industry overall, and I'm sure it'll kind of affect just the whole, I guess you could say, travel industry, whether it's airlines or even cruise lines.
Yeah, I could see it affecting CCL, RCL. We can see even the cruise lines had a pretty bad day on Friday. It looks like they are starting to turn over as well. And I could even see this trickling over into Boeing. It looks like Boeing has kind of been following these airlines around too. So definitely be careful trading Boeing. They're right around this $200 support. And if we fall back below $200 even, I could see this one starting to fall off a little bit. But, we were having a pretty good week last week, Mike. It was just very unfortunate to hear all these cancellations and stuff. And I really hope that this does not start trickling over into other businesses and stuff like that, starting to have shutdowns. I know that New York and other states like that have been talking about it. So hopefully they don't start doing stuff like that again.
There we go. So, Tom, I know we have a pretty action-packed week. I know there's a lot of stocks at great levels, but I know we also have some events to watch out for. So, what's in stock for this week? What do we have this week?
Yeah, I'll bring up the economic calendar here. We can see that on Monday and Tuesday, there isn't too much going on. I will say that on Tuesday, there is some stuff coming out with job openings and stuff like that. But the big thing, Mike, is going to be Wednesday, I believe. We're going to see the FOMC minutes come out at 2 p.m. on Wednesday. That's going to be huge. Obviously, it's not the FOMC meeting. It's just the minutes, which is just it pretty much goes over everything that they talked about during that meeting. So that's going to be huge. And then on Thursday, we have initial jobless claims and continuing jobless claims, which is going to be pretty big, I think, too. So definitely watch these numbers. I know that the FOMC has been watching these types of jobless claims numbers very closely. So definitely pay attention to it. If they come in worse than expected, it might show that the economy is not doing as well as they were thinking.
And then what do we have for Friday?
For Friday, we actually have non-farm payrolls, which is going to be very interesting. And then the unemployment rate, which I think is going to be one of the bigger things that the feds are looking at. I know unemployment has been a huge talk over the past few months. And it seems like as inflation's been going up, unemployment has just been getting worse and worse. So hopefully we see it do a little bit better here.
Yeah, so we have some interesting economic data coming out this week. I would say the most important things, like Tom pointed out, would be probably the unemployment rate and the non-farm payrolls coming out right before market open on Friday. And we can't forget the FOMC minutes release that comes out on 2 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. So definitely keep those two times in the, I guess you could say, on your radar. But Tom, I also know like oil has been all over the place, and there was some interesting news related to that.
Yeah, OPEC's actually going to be meeting this week on Tuesday. And apparently the last time they met, they reaffirmed their decision to increase oil production in 2022. And apparently whenever you increase oil production, in theory, it should make the price of oil go down. So as we've been seeing over the past few weeks on this daily chart, you can see oil hit a top of $85. Then they pretty much have been cutting production since then. So oil has been slowly going back down. If OPEC meets and then they reaffirm that they're going to be increasing this production in 2022, we might see oil start to really fall off next week. Oil's actually at a really key price of $75 a barrel right now. And if it breaks below that, I could see it starting to really sell off. You got to keep in mind, these countries are trying to bring the price of oil down right now. And we're seeing companies like Exxon and Mobil, in my opinion, I think they're pretty high. And they recently bounced off of a huge resistance level at $65. I just wanted to point this out because a lot of people have been talking about different plays on oil lately. And I feel like that the price of oil is getting manipulated to go down in the future. So definitely keep that in mind for some of these oil plays, at least over the next few months. Stuff can change, if OPEC changes their tone, but in the general sense of things, oil might start going down. It might drag some of these companies like Exxon down with it.
There we go. So let's get right into the momentum plays for tomorrow. With the first one, we have AMD to the downside.
Yeah, AMD is not looking too good here on the daily. Go ahead and make them fall below $143 even.
All right. With the next one, we have Facebook also to the downside.
And not a good week for tech. Make them break below 336.
All right. And then with the last one, we are watching Walmart to the upside.
Yeah, these value stocks have been on fire. Make Walmart go ahead and break out above 145.10.
Sounds good. So we are watching Walmart for a potential play to the upside, only if it breaks above the level Tom listed. And we are watching AMD and Facebook for potential day trades to the downside, only if they break below the levels Tom listed. But Tom, I know we were just talking about Walmart, and we have to showcase that bot play from Friday. So if we take a look at that, we can see the bot called out the Walmart 144 calls at $117 each, and they ran all the way up to $183 each a couple hours later. So the bot was on fire with that one. Of course, the bot does not call out amazing plays every single time. It does have some losers here and there. Throughout 2021, the bot averaged 33.6% for each play it called out. And these are day trades. They're options day trades. So like I said, not every single play wins, but it did have an amazing year. And the Walmart play from Friday went from 117 all the way up to 183 in just a couple hours. So if you trade options and you want to try out the bot, we have a coupon running. You can cancel at any time. It's going to be that first link in the description and the comments down below. So definitely consider it. We do have a coupon running. And then Tom, while you're in the Discord, let's head over to that Profits channel really quickly. Our member of the day is Kieran Stryker, and he made an amazing post in the Profits channel. And we could see he said, going into New Year strong with a new place in a new car. This is my biggest profit of all, and I have Mike and Tom to thank for it. Happy New Year. So huge congratulations, Kieran. We're very happy for you, and we really appreciate all of those kind words. So that's just awesome to see.
Yeah, it is. I love to see that. I'm really glad to hear that you're doing awesome, Kieran. I'm so glad to hear it. And whenever we see this stuff, guys, it's amazing. Go ahead and join the Discord. You guys will not be disappointed. Even if you don't want to, sign up for anything, just go join the free chat. It'll help you guys out so much. And you guys can see all the great stuff that we have to offer.
For sure. So like Tom said, even if you just want to join the Discord, it is free. And the link for that is just in the description down below. It should say free stock chat, Discord room, something like that. So definitely check it out. But Tom, let's get right into these comments from the previous video. With the first comment, we have Eddie mentioning NIO. So NIO had a pretty good week, Tom. I know it just exploded up on Thursday, and naturally it pulled back a little bit on Friday, but it's not looking bad.
It's not. And the thing I really like about NIO is it's sitting there right at this key $33 resistance level. It kind of double topped right there. that actually gives us a great level to look at for this week. So if we see NEO pop up above 33, it could make for a pretty explosive move or at least a quick intraday scalp. So I think that'll be the way to go, or at least the way I'm going to play it. But, I know that NEO's had a lot of action, Mike, and looking at it on the daily, it had a huge recovery on Thursday. That actually was pretty big. And like you said, the downwards move Friday was a little bit expected after that huge green day. So definitely make it pop up above 33. I think this could be one of the better trades if it does happen.
Sounds good. And then we have Gotta Go saying, how about MMM? It has dipped a bit. So Triple M, it's been doing okay over the past couple of years. Like, they are like a relatively like slow and steady type of stock. So in my opinion, like, you can't go wrong with them. I mean, they're a solid company. It's not necessarily a play for me. I'm looking for, stocks that are, I guess you could say, like, more innovative and kind of like changing the world in different ways. So MMM is not bad. It's just not really for me.
Yeah, personally, I like it. I think it's a great company. They're one of those dividend aristocrats, which is a company that's like, they've increased their dividend. I can't remember the exact terms, but I believe it's like 25 years in a row or something like that. I'm not saying they increase it a lot every year, but that's good news. And they've also been paying it out for a long time. I know that, like Mike said, they're going to be a slower moving stock. They pay a dividend of 3.33%. So it's definitely more of like a longer term hold, in my opinion. I honestly, Mike, used to trade this one back before COVID happened. And honestly, it like you said, it's just a slow mover. I feel like that if you get a stock like Disney or something like that, you have a lot higher chance to make more in the shorter term.
Agreed. All right. And then we have Emmanuel saying, please let us know some support and resistance for Zoom. I'm starting to believe it's being manipulated. So, Tom, what are some levels you have for us?
All right, the biggest level on Zoom is going to be this bottom right around 175. That is going to be huge. We've almost double bottomed, almost actually triple bottomed there if you count the move last week that got pretty close. But man, I would say 175 is going to be the major support. If we go look intraday, the next major resistance I'm seeing is going to be right around 190. And then after that, I'm seeing $200 even. And then after 200, I see 210, but obviously make it break above 190 and then 200 first. But man, Zoom has a pretty good double bottom going on at 175, Mike. I really like this support, and I'm hoping that this support ends up holding up for the longer term. So hopefully we don't fall below that.
There we go. All right. Well, Tom, do you have any last minute stocks, options, or anything heading into this week?
Yeah, like you talked about NEO earlier, I thought they had a very explosive move. Another one I wanted to talk about was XPEV. If we see these China stocks start to fly, I think that XPEV could start to really get a big move to the upside. We can see they've been moving up with NEO, and they even had a little bit of a better move on Friday. They're actually looking pretty explosive. If they're able to break out up above like $51.15, I could see XPEV starting to get a pretty good move on Monday. So definitely throw them on the radar. And then another one I wanted to talk about, Mike, was Pfizer. They did start to dip, but it looks like they had a pretty good day on Friday. I'm wondering if they're going to start to go on another run here.
Yeah, we shall see. Well, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments down below. And if you trade options, definitely check out the first link in the description and the comments down below. We have a coupon running, and you can cancel at any time. But other than that, thanks for watching.